Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Friday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. In the news tonight, Deputy Minister of Information Communication Technology, Oneuptwo, said Namibia is on the cusp of digital and technological transformation. Oneuptwo added that for these to realize, the government has to work with the private sector.
Become more digitally intertwined, ensuring the privacy and security of our nations and population's information assets are very imperative, especially our infrastructure when it comes to cyber resilience that Gerard spoke about earlier. We're looking at coming up with a CERT to ensure that our most critical infrastructure is protected. Our water, our electricity, our telecommunications, and even intelligence services are very critical in ensuring that a country does not implode and that is able to have its defenses up in any time of crisis. We are preparing for tomorrow by acting today, and I urge you all to do the same. Be ready when the act is finalized and so many other strategies we are developing so that we are able to embrace these changes, for they are crucial for our collective future in this ICT space. Namibia is on the cusp of great things. Our endeavors in one area such as the green hydrogen project and the potential of impact of the recent oil discoveries have already put us on the global map. Our vision is for Namibia to become a hub for Southern Africa, a beacon of technological advancement and digital literacy from which our neighboring countries can draw inspiration and leverage. This afternoon I was speaking to one of our local SOEs to support a project around digital skills, so we can have 1,000 young Namibians employed, where they're able to telework beyond the job market available in Namibia. We have young people in India doing the same, in parts of Asia, where they're sitting at home with a device and connectivity and working as call center agents across the world for companies all over the world. Especially with our population and our unemployment crises, I think that's an opportunity we can all embrace to ensure that innovation actually speaks to the bread and butter issues of all our people. As a government, we believe in collaboration, we believe in unity, and working together towards a shared vision. As we tread this digital path, remember this, that Namibians will thrive by harnessing technology for all, working together, united in our quest for a technologically driven and empowered nation. As we stand on this digital frontier, let us walk together, not as individuals, but as a nation, united by a shared vision, powered by technology, and ready to embrace our future. I believe all of us, private and public sector, need to play our part in ensuring that this vision of a digitally literate, technologically advanced Namibia is possible. Our journey does not start today, it only surely continues today henceforth. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Now, Netwerk Namibia recently hosted a talk with Karel Boshoff in Windhoek this morning. Let's take a look.
Goeiemôre. Ek is van Netwerk Namibia. My naam is Elis Matron. Ons het 'n ontbyt gehad sopas met Karel Boshoff as die spreker. Hy's bekend as die voormalige president van Oranje en die president van die Vryheidsstigting. En hy het 'n baie interessante gesprek gehad met die mense van Netwerk oor hoe om bietjie los te kom van die regering, nie so afhanklik te wees en bakkant te staan nie, maar bietjie meer selfstandig te wees en te begin dink hoe ons dinge self kan doen, nie net wag vir ander nie. So ons is baie bly oor al die mense wat bygewoon het en wat baie positief hier uitstap vanoggend.
Nou ja, ek is Karel Boshoff en dit is my voorreg om vanaf Oranje vanmôre hier in Windhoek by 'n netwerkgeleentheid te kon optree. Ontbyt waar lekker, ek nie kan sê hoeveel mense nie, 50, 60, 70 mense bymekaar was. En maar ons 'n bietjie kon gesels oor die kwessie hoe om Afrikaans en Afrikaners tuis te bring in die verskillende rolle en plekke waar ons bevind. Aan die een kant kom ek nou van 'n gemeenskap waar ons besig is om 'n, sal ons nou sê, 'n tuistelike gemeenskap te bou, 'n plek waar Afrikaanse skole, kerke, besighede ensovoorts opgebou word. Ons sê daardie pilare is eie grondgebied, eie instellings, eie arbeid. Maar dit is daar. Ons weet tegelijkertijd dat daar baie mense is wat hulle nie onder sulke omstandighede bevind nie, maar weer in ander deelnemende omgewings is. En daarvoor sê ons moet daar 'n goeie balans en aansluiting wees, sodat ons uiteindelik hierdie onderliggende taal, kultuur, geloofsidentiteit wat ons deel in stand kan hou en uit kan bou sonder dat die een teen die ander hoef touw te trek. Dat ons mekaar kan versterk in ons onderlinge verhoudings. En as ek nou moet oordeel aan die gunstige ontvangs wat hierdie gedagtegang vanmôre ook by Netwerk gekry het, dan is ek baie dankbaar vir die geleentheid om dit te kom deel.
Tony Beekers of Hyphen Energy elaborated on the massive development plan for Loderets and the Taukaip Park. The Welfare Development Framework for the project will be officially launched in Keetmanshoop this coming Monday. Let's take a look.
And it splits the water into oxygen and hydrogen. When I explained this to my friend, she said, "Oh, so you choke the water?" She said, "Yeah, they choke the water." As the water choke, then it releases the oxygen, and we release that into the air, and that captures the hydrogen, and that is what green hydrogen is. That's it. Then that green hydrogen comes back through this pipeline. It goes to an ammonia synthesis facility. The synthesis facility it's operated by what they call a harbor wash process, but all that means is, so here you're taking nitrogen, the air separation unit. So our atmosphere, I think, comprises something like 72% or 78% of nitrogen, the air that we have. So it takes the nitrogen out of the air, and then it sends it to this ammonia synthesis facility or unit. That nitrogen combines with the hydrogen under very high pressures, then produces ammonia. Ammonia can obviously be used for many different things. Key is production of fertilizer, and so if we look at food security, it's one of the key things, but it has many other industrial uses. So that's the product that Hyphen will be producing, obviously. So then you have ammonia, and then that is stored. The storage is also part of the common user infrastructure, obviously. You can, of course, and when government talks about its green hydrogen or synthetic fuels industry, what that simply means is you can take hydrogen and you can combine it with many other elements to produce other products. So when we take nitrogen and combine it with hydrogen, we produce ammonia. You can take hydrogen and you combine it with carbon dioxide and you produce methanol, or carbon monoxide and you produce kerosene, which is jet fuel, etc. So that is synthetically producing these very important fuels that we need. So our project is ammonia. You store it, and then in the interim, because remember the port is now being constructed, it's being improved, it's going to be built. But that's going to take a long time. So for the time being, and I'll show you a video just now that explains this very well. We have an underwater pipeline basically running from the port into what we call it's a multi-buoy mooring system. So that's just a ship that lies just outside, and you pipe that liquid ammonia into the ship and then export either to Europe or to Asia.
In our Story of the Day segment, Namibia Media Holdings invites leading business executives to a breakfast. We find out why on the other side of the break.
This is Africa. Good morning.
My name is Aina Raizakaya alongside Diana Master.
In the ANC conference in December, so starting off with the cycling.
Africa, good morning. Do have a lovely
Minister Monica Mchangwa has said that
with the soccer, the English Premier League continued, the biggest game being.
On that note, it is all our love, all our light.
This morning saw Namibia Media Holdings inviting leading business executives from various sectors and communities to a breakfast. The aim was to prompt the Namibian business community to take part in a new initiative that will see NMH take a look at their past, which is the pillar on which their future rests. The idea is to profile Namibian businesses and show the world what we have in place. Nangula Wanja, the CEO of the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, was present as the keynote speaker, and the event also served the purpose of announcing the winner of the Tourist of the Year competition 2022 to 2023. Well-known Namibian YouTuber Taimi Nunyango has also won the 2022 to 2023 Tourist of the Year award. This award comes with a prize money of 10,000 Namibian dollars.
Local businesses, we need to build them, we need to sustain them, and we need to grow them, and we need to build them, sustain them, grow them, and have more. But where do we start now? Maybe we start to celebrate the ones that are here. So there are some. There's a book called Good to Great, and in that book they look at like 100 companies or companies that have survived over 100 years and have gone through many recessions. If there are local businesses here today, they have gone through quite a bit of challenges.
You don't build a business around what you have, you build what you're going to get. And I realized very early that we have a challenge because we keep on engaging those individuals in grade 10, realizing that grade 0 was the problem. And so I'm very proud to be able to be part of that solution today. And I can't stress this enough. Let's make sure that we focus on early childhood development. Now, when you understand that background, you have to ask the question that why did we focus on the past rebooted so much? And that is that I do believe experience is a key part of going forward. I find too far often that we talk too much and do too little. And part of our celebration today is just to show you exactly when I say do, what do does mean. Because I find that too often we PR, and we are good in PR, and that's our job, by the way, that we PR a lot and we forget about the experiences. And that's why we do invite every single business. We're inviting 100 businesses to be part of this journey about the past rebooted, but celebrating the skill sets that you developed over the years, celebrating the reality of where you are right now, but most importantly, where you believe your contribution to the future is, so that we can celebrate and share that to everybody in this country through our platform of reaching 1 million people a day. But more importantly, that we can share that to our investors as well. So working with Nangula and the team so that, I've got that funny saying, don't tell me, show me. And if they can see what your business does, they will come visit you. We struggle getting our message out there. We struggle that people really know how wow this country is, not just in tourism, but in every aspect of being practical.
And I think it measures up to international standards in many ways. And we haven't even touched, we didn't even try and teach them anything. It's their own doing. And that's what makes it valuable to me. And so I'm proud to announce now, that's why I invited her specifically, Taimi Nunyango. She's sitting here and she's the proud winner. We as NMH actually put a 10,000 Namibia dollar prize onto it, and that's what I would like to hand over to you.
Moving on to community news, the City of Windhoek engages men, encouraging healthy conversations. We tackle this story on the other side of the break.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Now, the City of Windhoek held a men's engagement session yesterday, encouraging healthy conversations about what men talk about: lifestyle, health, HIV status, and relationships with their partners. The engagement took place at the Maksuli Community Center in the Tobias Hainyeko constituency under the theme Healthy Men for a Safe Society. The engagement session included free health screenings, free HIV testing, advice on healthy lifestyles, as well as interesting debates on the roles of men in the communities.
All men, you are invited to come inside here. Don't say that you never got an opportunity to come and gossip a little bit about our issues, gender-based violence, HIV and AIDS. We talk of Corona also a little bit, how it affected us. We are going to discuss our things and things that matter for men today. Right here today is for Babylon. Today is for Tobias Hainyeko. Don't say you never got an opportunity. Today is your opportunity to come and make sure that your voice is hacked and the laws are regulated.
Moving on to economic news, SARB revises inflation forecast downwards. We expand on this story after the break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Getting into our economic news, the South African Reserve Bank has revised its headline inflation rate down from 6.2% to 6.0% for 2023. It also lowered it to 5.0% in 2024 before stabilizing at 4.5% in 2025. It also lowered its food price inflation forecast for 2023 from 10.8% to 10.3%. But Central Bank Governor Lesesha Kanyango warned that food prices remain high and the risk of drier weather conditions in the coming months has increased. Let's take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.04, against the euro at 19.96, against the US dollar at 17.95, and $2.50 gets you one Chinese yuan. On the commodities, gold went down with the rest remaining up. Brent crude oil trading at 1.46%, going at $80.80 per barrel. In the international news slot, the U.S. airlines industry has improved. We tackle this story after the break.
Ranging from current affairs, community stories,
Thank you for joining the show that highlights the news-making headlines in the land of the brave and beyond.
Always major victorious.
Getting into our international news, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg has said that the airlines industry's performance has improved over the last year, creating pressure from the Biden administration. In an interview with Reuters yesterday, Buttigieg cited lower cancellation rates. He said the airlines had been motivated by measures to put in place to make their obligations to passengers more transparent. He promised the administration would keep up the pressure on the airlines. U.S. airlines have sparred with the administration in recent years over responsibility for flight delays, passenger rights, landing slots, and other issues.
One thing we've found is that even threats of regulation can motivate airlines to do the right thing, but we're still going to follow through. We're not going to take their word for it. Having said that, airlines have also stepped up in pretty big ways just in response to the transparency we put out there. When we made it clear that that dashboard was going to make it easier for passengers to understand how the different airlines would treat them, the airlines responded in a matter of days to upgrade their customer service plans. And I think that's part of why, even though there are still challenges, you do see much better results this year than we had a year ago. We can point to a number where a cancellation rate on a given day is 2%. If you're part of that 2%, then that's enormously frustrating and you need to be taken care of. We're continuing to work to make sure that airlines live up to their obligations, which we will enforce, to take care of passengers when there is something that the airline's responsible for. And if it's a situation like weather, we understand that airlines don't control the weather, but they still need to meet certain basic standards of taking care of customers. And we have customers back there too. As a passenger, you can go to flightrights.gov, get more information before you buy a ticket about the different commitments of the different airlines, and after you have an experience to let us know if the airlines haven't followed the rules. The reports are shocking, and we are investigating. I want to know how it was possible for passengers to be left in triple-digit heat on board an airplane for that long. Even at normal temperatures, a tarmac delay is not supposed to go that long, and we have rules about that, which we're actively enforcing, and this is being investigated right now. There is something the airlines responsible for.
We take a look at the weather predictions for tomorrow shortly.
Welcome to Active Kids, a daily TV show that sparks creativity, learning, and fun for young minds. With exciting activities and lessons, Active Kids inspires curiosity and a love for learning.
New face to the 15.
The perfect mix of play and education. Don't miss out on the fun. Tune into Active Kids on NTV every weekday at 10 o'clock and let the adventure begin.
Let's look at the weather forecast for Namibia. In the northern regions, clear conditions throughout the day with maximum temperatures ranging from 32 degrees to 29 degrees and minimum temperatures ranging from 14 to 12 degrees. In the central region, clear conditions throughout the day with maximum temperatures ranging from 29 to 27 degrees and minimum temperatures ranging from 12 to 10 degrees. In the southern regions, clear conditions are expected throughout the day with maximum temperatures ranging from 28 to 27 degrees and minimum temperatures ranging from 11 to 9 degrees. In the coastal regions, cloudy skies throughout the day with maximum temperatures ranging from 21 degrees to 18 degrees and minimum temperatures ranging from 12 to 10 degrees. After the break, we get into your sports news. Do stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraita. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Good evening and welcome to Sport Wrap for Sunset News. Let's get straight into our two stories. Namibia's 3 silver medalists at the Paralympic Athletics World Championships in Paris, France, Laya Ishitile, Ananias Chikongo, Johannes Nambala, and the rest of the team arrived back in the country yesterday. Brian Munango, one of our reporters, managed to catch up with them. Now, a very exciting weekend is ahead of us with regards to rugby action. NTV will make sure to have you covered as they will be broadcasting NSSR as Windhoek Gymnasium take on Windhoek Afrikaans Privaat School in the Super League, as well as the NRU Premier League, which is back this weekend as UNAM take on Rehoboth, which will be broadcasting while Grootfontein travel to the coast to take on the Kurus. And that game will also be live on the Erongo Facebook page, and Western Suburbs will take on Rehoboth Falcon. That brings us to the end of your sport updates.
Let's take a look at the news highlights from today's broadcast. Deputy Minister of Information, Communication Technology, Emma Theophilus, said Namibia is on the cusp of digital and technological transformation. The city of Windhoek held a men's engagement session earlier today, encouraging healthy conversation about what men talk about, lifestyles, health, HIV status, and relationships with their partners. Johannes Nambala and Laja Ishitile, who both won silver medals at the Paralympic Athletics World Championships in Paris, France, returned to the country yesterday. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.